Sports presents the Open Championship Prop Bets. Hi everyone. I am not from England, which I maybe tricked you guys with my accent with the Open Championship Prop Bets. I want to tell you guys a funny story and why I'm still learning YouTube. So I actually initially started this video and then I realized that I did not have the sound plugged in. So you wouldn't be able to hear me say, "US Open Championship Prop Bets." And it's not even the Open Championship, but let's get to it. Same thing. If you guys know, I won 7 out of 10, including Jon Rahm. If you just took my Jon Rahm wager in the US Open, I would have made you some dough. So this is what we're going to do. So I think I'm going to get 6 out of 10 at minimum here. I'm going to get the big ones. As you can see, I already got Dustin Johnson. We're going to do the top 10 players in the world, like we did with the US Open and the PGA Championship. So let's get to it. So Dustin Johnson, I think top 30 is a good bet. I don't expect Dustin Johnson. He's just not playing well enough right now for me to think he's going to be in contention. But he's also too good of a golfer. He's not going to miss the cut. So take Dustin Johnson. DJ, top 30, minus 250. I know it's not a great wager. If you want to get a little bit saucy, you can also take him at minus 140 at top 20. But I'm going to give myself a little bit of leeway and say Dustin Johnson probably around even par, top 30. Got it? Good. All right, here we go. Anyways, hopefully you like this new. It's my new studio in my brand new house here in Las Vegas. I will have probably some cool decor, neato decor. Give me a little bit more time. Just moved in, not even a month ago. Still getting the house set up. Anyways, my main man, Jon Rahm, won the US Open. I think he'll be in contention here. I do not expect him to win, though. It's very hard to win the US Open and the Open Championship in the same year. Last time I was done was by the Tiger in 2000, which I don't think that anyone is as dominant as Tiger Woods 2000. So I'll say Jon Rahm, top 5. Good bet. I don't think Jon Rahm is going to win, though, but I think he will be in the hunt all the way down to the very end of the tournaments. Good, 2 for 2 so far, right? All right, Justin Thomas. Playing better this year than he has recently. Hasn't really been in contention in the majors. I don't think it's going to happen here either. I do think he'll do all right. He'll be in the top 20, but I don't see him being around like in contention for the weekend. Just hasn't had a great track record overseas. But I will say Justin Thomas, he makes the cut. He posts a decent score. Maybe he plays well on Saturday and Sunday, and finishes in the top 20, minus 125. Not a bad bet. Almost even money on that. Almost like placing a wager on your favorite NFL team. Blah blah blah. All right. Here is where I'm going to go out on a limb a little bit. Here we go. Colin Morikawa. You know what? You would think that Morikawa has been playing phenomenal this year and is one of the best young golfers in the world. I'm actually going to make a bold prediction that I think the links course maybe eats him up a little bit. Like, has a couple of bad holes. It's very easy to do at Royal St. George. And I say he misses the cut, plus 250. Good wager here. I usually don't like to be mean, but I'm going to say that Morikawa, not in contention, has a bad round, misses the cut. How do you like that? All right, next we got Xander Schauffele. I have him in the top 20. Same as Justin Thomas. He'll do all right. Xander has an amazing major track record. He hasn't won yet, but he's had several top 10s, including a couple this year. I think that Xander, though, he makes the cut, maybe hangs around for a little bit, but fades over the weekend. Finishes in the top 20. That's minus 145. That's a good bet. If you want to get a little saucy and go top 10, I'd rather go top 20. As I said, take the big bets on Morikawa and Jon Rahm, and I'd say Xander top 20 minus 145. Come on, but I doubt it. Here we go. Everybody's been saying, "Hey, Drew, you have been having Bryson hate." Well, guess what? I have Bryson love here. I actually think that Bryson, with his length in a shorter course like this, he may have a couple of bad holes, but I actually think Bryson's going to have a lot of birdies in this tournament. and I think actually that he is in contention. Will not win, but will be in contention. Won't have the collapse he did at the U.S. Open. He'll hang around throughout the tournament, be a factor. Bryson DeChambeau, top 10, plus 275, which actually is a really good wager. Maybe one of the best bets on the board. I know that Bryson, his game is not necessarily equipped for links, but I actually think that his, go for broke strategy will actually work. I think he bounces back from the U.S. Open and competes. How about this one? Another golfer, Patrick Cantlay, obviously has done great on the PGA Tour, but really outside of the 2019 Masters, has never really been in contention to win a major. And the reason why he's ranked so high in the world is because he's done phenomenal on the PGA Tour, obviously Players Champion. But I'm going to say that Cantlay misses the cut, actually, plus 300. I just think that a links course doesn't really suit his game. He's more suited for, traditional style green, like parkland courses that you have across the states. And Royal St. George, obviously, is the course, where, you hit one bad shot and it can end up being an 8 or a 9 on a par 4, just because the rough there is wicked. The greenside bunkers are also wicked. Pretty much on this course, you can score if you stay out of trouble. I think Patrick Cantlay's gonna get himself into trouble. He missed the cut. All right, here's my guy. I just gotta say, here's my guy to win. Yep, Brooksy. Taking Brooksy. You could take. I actually think guys like Stuart Sink, maybe Ernie Els. There might be a couple of. Those are two guys that come to mind. That's a little bit more old timers. That actually, because Royal St. George is not a Bombers course, actually could do well. There's actually value with Stuart Sink and Ernie Els. Just saying, for two guys that are not on this list. Those are two guys. Maybe throw a little cash on them on the top 10. But to win, I'm going with Brooksy. Brooksy just always plays great in majors. Obviously, this year is no different. He struggled at the Masters, but in the U.S. Open and the PGA, he was in contention to win, finishing the top 5 in both. I will take Brooksy to win the Open Championship. I think Koepka, what he'll do is the approach shots are the big ones, and actually Brooks can struggle a little bit off the tee, but Brooks Koepka, he's always been, especially in majors, one of the best approach shot golfers. Give himself a shot to get a lot of birdies, keep himself out of those bunkers, and I think that Brooksy will be taking home major number 5 in his first Open Championship. I was right on Jon Rahm, so why can't I be right on Brooksy, huh? 2 for 2, baby, 2 for 2. All right. That actually says top 40 for Patrick Reed. I'll say Patrick Reed. I was going to go make the cut, but I was like, no, let's go. I think Patrick Reed is good enough to at least make the cut, but I do not see him being in contention in this tournament. So I'm going to get Patrick Reed. Top 40, Mr. Captain America himself. Not Chris Evans, but Patrick Reed. All right. And lastly, the 10th ranked player in the world is Tyrrell Hatton. I was kind of disappointed with him at the U.S. Open, but obviously, being local from England, he knows how to play these courses. This is where he's made his hay in his career, is across the pond. I think he does here too. I can see Tyrrell Hatton being in, honestly, the top 5, top 3, and maybe fading a little bit on Sunday. If you want to score, I'll say I know that Darren Clark won this tournament 10 years ago at only 5 under. Dustin Johnson finished actually in second at 2 under. I think this year, because of just the skill level of the golfers, I think they will overpower this golf course. I think that double digits under par, probably like 12 under. Let's say Brooksy's win at 12 under. Jon Rahm, a couple other guys maybe around 9 under, 10 under. Probably top 10 like Tyrrell Hatton, maybe be around 6 under. I would say probably 25, 30 players in the field probably finish under par by the end of this. So what I'm saying is I think that the scoring will be better, even with some of the windy conditions over the weekend, than they were 10 years ago and throughout history. I know Greg Norman is the only golfer to ever actually win this tournament more than, yes, Greg Norman, I know I've trashed him on my Drew Sports website because of his Masters failures in his career, but he's actually had, obviously, a lot more success at the Open Championship and won at this course back in 1993. All right, here we go. I'm going to rip this up. All right. So anyways, we always have a sponsor for these videos. Today's sponsor, it is a flat. Like an apartment. Exactly like an apartment. Or like an apartment, exactly. That's terrible. Like an apartment, exactly like an apartment. A flat. Anyways, I want to thank Flats for sponsoring this video. Nice cozy place to play, good place to stay and play. The great city of London, England, which actually Royal St. George is not very far from. Closest course to England in the big rotation of the Open Championship courses. But thank you. I know you like this video, so please like, subscribe. Follow me at drewsports.com. Follow me at Twitter, SueDrew. Follow me, SportsDudeDrew on Facebook. Come on, say what's up. I'll say hi back. Go make your wagers. Don't worry, I'm here for you. We'll be back to talk a little bit more about some cool stuff soon. Football season's coming up. You know, it's hunting season. It's hunting season for Drew. Let's do it. Anyways, that's it. When Brooksy's holding that claret jug on Sunday, you can say, look at that guy. Have a Michelob Ultra in celebration of Brooksy, not a sponsor. Bye.